Let us now study the electron dot and cross structure for ethane. Ethane has molecular formula C2H6. It has 2 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms. Now, how to arrange these carbon and hydrogen atoms? So in the center or the core, we will arrange the carbon atoms side by side. 3 hydrogen will surround the first carbon on 3 sides. So 1, 2 and 3 hydrogen you will show on 3 sides of the first carbon. And same way 3 hydrogen you will show on the 3 sides of the second carbon. Each carbon has 4 valence electrons. Each hydrogen has 1 valence electron. The 3 electrons of carbon will be shared with 3 hydrogens on 3 sides. Same way this carbon also will share its 3 electrons with the 3 hydrogen atoms. Still each carbon we find is left with 1 electron. Now each carbon will share its 1 electron with the other. So there is 1 pair of electron that will be shared between the 2 carbon atoms. Let us see how the structure looks like. This is the first carbon surrounded with 3 hydrogen. The overlapping orbitals here we have shown. Same way here also this carbon surrounded with 3 hydrogen overlapping orbitals, and even the orbits of the 2 carbon atoms overlap each other. Now you can find that there is 1 pair of electron between carbon and hydrogen on this side. 1 pair of electron is present between hydrogen and carbon on this side. 1 pair of electron between carbon and hydrogen on this side. Similarly, here the second carbon is also sharing 1 pair of electron here with hydrogen. Here also 1 pair of electron between carbon and hydrogen. 1 pair of electron between carbon and hydrogen. And the 1 more pair is being shared between the 2 carbon atoms. Now with this, the duplets for all hydrogen have been formed. Each hydrogen now has 2 electrons in the valence shell and it has become stable. Each carbon now has 8 electrons. It has achieved the state of octet, and so it has also become stable. Let us count the number of electrons for this carbon. So this is the orbit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. This carbon also has 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So 3 pairs of electrons we can see that this carbon has formed with or shared with the 3 hydrogen, and the 1 more pair is present between the 2 carbon atoms. Let us try to understand it with the electron dot and cross structure. Here the first carbon with 4 electrons have been shown with cross. Second carbon 4 electrons with 4 crosses, that is 4 electrons. This carbon surrounded with 3 hydrogen. This carbon also surrounded here with 3 hydrogen. Each is with 1 electron each. So this carbon will share 1 electron with this hydrogen, 1 electron with this hydrogen, and 1 electron with this hydrogen. Similarly, this carbon also will share its 3 electrons with 3 hydrogen atoms. The structure would look like this. 1 pair will be shared between the 2 carbon atoms because each carbon is still left with 1 electron. So that 1 electron from each carbon will be shared between the 2 carbon atoms. So 1 pair of electron is shown here. Now with this, the duplets first you will draw for each hydrogen. each hydrogen is with 2 electrons. So black circles you will draw, which will be the doublets for all hydrogen atoms. And then you will draw the octet for carbon. While drawing the octet for carbon, you will include the one pair of electron that is shared between the two carbon atoms, plus this carbon is sharing one electron with this hydrogen. So one pair here, and one pair here. So this is one orbit, that is octet, which is formed for uh, first carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same way, this circle here shows the 8 electrons for this carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So that is how the octet and doublets are established. When we want to show the structural formula, the two carbon atoms you will show first. You can see that between the two carbon atoms there is one pair of electron. Hence one single bond we will show. Same way between carbon and hydrogens also, everywhere you find that there is only one pair of electron being shared, and hence only single bond will be there. So this is how you will first draw the carbon skeleton for drawing structural formulas. Carbon with 4 valencies you will show, and then you will write down the hydrogens. So between carbon and hydrogen there is sharing of only one pair of electron, hence single bond. So everywhere there will be single bond between carbon and hydrogen. And even between the two carbon we will have a single bond because only one pair of electron is shared. So that is the electron dot cross structure and structural formula for ethane.